Good evening, keeps up the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as every Tuesday, Steve the Voice White, fresh from
Fan Expo, Toronto 2024.
You and Mr. Mark Andrews hanging out there, just tearing the place up, right?
Yep, we're going to be on Joe Anachronic Comics this Friday. He's gonna interview us for the show for what happened. So that'll be cool.
All right, there's the first plug right there.
There's a plug right
Anachronic Comics Friday night at what, 8 o'clock, Steve?
8 o'clock, yep.
8 p.m. Eastern, real time.
Yeah, our time. Yeah, real time. Every other time is fake time.
That's right. And of course, he hasn't been on the show for a while, so it's really nice to welcome back Scotty Vaughn. Scotty, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. Super happy to be here. I'm ready to show off some toys this time around. So
right, this will be our third action figure show.
Nice.
So Mr. Dave Bratton kicked it off with a great episode. Then we had Dom, who's only 21, kick it off, follow it up, which was great. And now we got you with a Marvel Legends theme. So this is going to be awesome. So you've all three of you have brought something different to the table so far. So this is great.
What did the other guys bring?
Bratton just
PC stuff,
a plethora of different things. Like you can't narrow it down to one thing.
Yeah,
he had historic toys. He had like the old Han Solo pistol one before they started making them orange, like the laser gun, and
yeah, that one was
really
so
many cool things. Yeah, you know the kind you get shot with on the street if you pulled it out because they think it's real. Don brought a bunch of up and coming toy companies which had great figures, so he's heavy into it. A lot of fun.
Awesome.
But you're here with Marvel Legends, so as we like to do, Scotty, give the quick 2 minutes who you are, where people can find you. We'll say hi to the audience, and then we'll come back and let you kick us off.
Cool. All right, I'm Scott. You can call me Scott, Scotty, I whichever you prefer. My channel's SVaughn82. I do a live stream every Monday night called Comic Book Addicts. I also drop a video every Wednesday morning called Adult Erotica in Comics, where I do a little bit of a deep dive into different underground comic books. And other than that, it's just a mixed bag. Toys, I do toy stuff, all different kind of stuff. I'm a recovering addict. I'm a little over 4 years sober. I try to incorporate my life and my recovery into the channel as well. And I use comic books. I use the hobby and the comic book community as a safety net and a clean hobby to help keep myself sober. And I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing a channel. I love the community. It's been so much fun. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm happy to be here with you guys tonight. So thank you for having me, Gary B.
Anytime, dude. A lot of fun. And,
that's awesome. Congrats on being sober.
This hobby keeps you busy, keeps your brain active.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's a good hobby. As far as hobbies go, there's a lot to really enjoy about this. Whether it's the toy collecting or the comic collecting or a combination of the two, there's just a lot. Sorry, I got a message there. I wasn't trying to be rude. I had to answer it.
It's all about the artwork, baby. Dude, all about the art.
People always wait till I'm live, then I start getting messages.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you know what? You know when I do shows, why?
You got to mute that shit, man. Mute it and ignore it.
I can't because of work. I have to keep it on.
Oh man.
Yeah, but so awesome, Scotty. I'm looking forward to it. I know you got great figures.
Yes.
And I think you and I discussed it when the last time I was on your show. We're like, you have all these figures. Let's just do a show with you with the action figures.
Definitely. Yeah. And that's like a whole nother thing that I collect. I'm super nostalgic. I had a mom. I had an absolutely terrific mom as a child that encouraged my collecting. She was a little bit of a collector herself, and she would buy me all kinds of Ninja Turtles. And once I had all the Ninja Turtles, she would buy me like the offshoot like action figures, like the fast food fighters and different toy lines like that. I had an incredible mom, and growing up,
really fed your imagination, huh?
Yes, she absolutely did. She helped me with my collection growing up, and I don't know. Once I got a little bit later in life, I started really getting back into it and wanting to pick up some of the stuff, and kind of sent me down a rabbit hole. And I enjoy collecting Marvel Legends because it's something that's somewhat affordable. They're getting kind of crazy now, but
yeah, they are.
It's somewhat affordable, and I have fun with it. I got a lot of cool ones though.
How's the detail on them? Is the detail good or what?
I mean, they're not the best as far as detail, but
they're not bad though.
they're not bad. They're not bad. They've improved in quality quite a bit over the years. They got to where they're using pinless joints on a lot of their figures. And the detail in the face and everything looks really good on a lot of the newer figures.
The favorite one I have is this Spider Woman with the Hydra agents coming up at her.
Yeah, I know that one. That one's really cool. That one's awesome. I also have a Spider Woman, Jessica Drew. That's a really, really nice one. Came in a 2-pack. But yeah, my mom always encouraged it, but I got back into it later. Kind of about the same time I got back into comic collecting, kind of go hand in hand. And I enjoy, that's the thing about the toys, man. Like these Marvel Legends, me being a big comic book collector, I enjoy displaying the two together. Like I'll display my toys with the books that coincide with the character, and it's a lot of fun.
And it's funny too. Like it only takes like you to see something and get that kick of nostalgia to get you right back into the hobby again.
I know.
Like you see something and it transports you back to your childhood, and you pick it up, and that's it. You're back in.
Yep.
And for me, that gateway was Conan in 2019 when he went back to Marvel, and then I've been in ever since again.
Yeah.
But, let's say hi to our audience, and then we'll come back to you. So first in, as always, the busiest guy on YouTube, Las Cruces. Good evening, sir.
Man, how is he first on every show? How is he first?
Every show. What's up, Las Cruces?
I swear to God, he's like his own Illuminati member. It's just he's a one-person Illuminati. He must have like 70 computers set up in one.
Yeah, that's what I can. He's like in the Matrix. He's got all the maker.
I'm convinced he can clone himself.
We got Tony from the Comiverse. Good evening, Tony. Nice to see you, sir.
Tony.
What's up, Tony?
All right, we have
another toy collector.
White saying hello. We have Adam. Evening, Adam. Nice to see you.
Hey.
Nicholas, One Shot Comics. Good evening, Nicholas. The biggest Alien fan I know, right there.
Yeah,
we have Mr. Dave Bratton. Good evening, Dave. Nice to see you. We have Anachronic Comics. Joe, great to see you, buddy.
There we
and Brad Wellbore. Good evening, sir.
My Canadian brother.
Man, awesome people in the chat.
Oh yeah. We have Rich, Comic Cap Collectibles. Good evening, sir. Great to see you. Surf Blue, good evening. Great to see you as well.
What's up?
And let's see. We'll keep saying hi. We have Miles Morales. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you.
The best Miles.
Awesome.
Marcus. Good evening, Marcus. And with that, don't forget, after this show, when I'm got my happy ass heading to work, Marcus is starting FOC and Chill, where there may or may not be FOC talk, but you will definitely chill.
Probably not.
We go right to Marcus's channel, Circumstances, right after this show.
Probably more chill, less FOC.
Right? And then we have Mr. Frog Brawler. If you guys aren't subbed up to him, go over there
Froggy,
and sub him up as well.
Great
the first shout out for the Illuminati.
Yep.
From the Insomniac crew. We have Stu, who will be here Thursday night for his In the Hot Seat.
I love
Stu. He was just on Scotty's show, so go check out his last Monday's episode on Scotty Vaughn's. I'm blanking on the name now.
Comic Book Addicts.
Comic Addicts.
There you go.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun. Stu's awesome.
He is awesome.
He is.
I just had him on
for the 10-1-1 last.
It was great.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
And we have Mr. Mark Andrews.
What's up,
Steve's partner in crime right there.
Yes, he is. Helping me spend my money. Dope, my brother.
Dope. Great to see you, buddy.
Good evening.
All right, and we have Mr. Digger Jim in. Good evening, Jim. Nice to see you, buddy.
What's up, Digger Jim?
All right, and for the moment we are caught up, I will give the quick tip of the hat to people as they show up and are getting their notifications. But for now, we're going to turn our attention back to Scotty and let him start out his Marvel Legends show.
Awesome.
Dope wants to see a Hulk.
I got you.
All right, Dope.
I'll say Dope's here. You got to show a Hulk.
Yeah, I definitely have a Hulk
right there.
Stay tuned. I'll start off though. I'm starting off with a little bit of a weaker figure. I got to build up to the better ones. So I'm starting off with a figure that, like I said earlier, my mom, helped me out a lot. She bought me a lot of action figures. I had a great mom growing up. But there were a lot of really obscure characters that weren't being made when I was a kid, and this is one of them. And oddly enough, one of my favorite childhood characters was Speedball. Can't tell you exactly why, but yeah, I just love the character. I love the way his abilities look when he was using them in the comic books, and it got me reading New Warriors and was just a big fan. And it's a figure that I never thought would be made. So when I came back to collecting and saw that Marvel Legends is making all these obscure characters, I was just there. He didn't come with any accessories, so the lack of accessories, it's kind of rough. But you can find him pretty cheap. I love the fact that they made a speedball. It looks really good, and you can actually pick up a pretty good crew of. I got a couple of other new warriors. I'll throw in there. And
I didn't know they ever did a Van Astro.
Yep, but this is recent.
Thrasher, I didn't know they did him.
Well, that was a recent release, and Night Thrasher. This is deluxe Night Thrasher with the skateboard. I'm cheating here, but I just wanted to show you guys.
Not at all. It's a team.
But I love the fact that you can. That's the one thing I love about Marvel Legends. Like Mafex and there are people that do it better, but with Marvel Legends, they make all the characters. I'm a
little mad at you right now, though.
Do what?
How you going to show the new Warriors and not have Firestar in there?
Man, I'm disappointed in myself that I haven't. The thing about Firestar is
she was the whole reason I started collecting that series. Her and Nova.
She's hard to find. She's a little bit hard to find. So I would love to have Firestar, and I'm looking to build my new Warriors. But I wanted to start off with Speedball because he's a childhood favorite.
Oh yeah,
and I never thought I would see
Plus
the day
Nova.
They
Richard Rider,
Kid Nova, yeah, that was another character. I don't have a Nova action figure, but I would love to have one.
Exactly, Jim. I mean, the nerve of this dude to show up without a Firestar.
Sorry, man.
My channel.
I got a cool Night Thrasher though. What about that? He's got a skateboard.
Where's Silhouette then?
I know. I love Silhouette.
Silhouette's one of my favorites.
She was one of my favorites as well.
Her and Namorita. Oh, and when Namorita changed in the comic, I felt so bad for her at first, like that whole storyline.
I really enjoyed New Warriors. That's I don't know. I'm surprised, kind of surprised.
Like those first 30 issues were incredible.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that was one of the series that I really enjoyed when I was younger. And yeah, I never thought I'd see the day when they made a good Speedball figure, but you can pretty much get Hasbro's making the most obscure characters, the most obscure heroes and villains. They pretty much make them at some point.
But you need them though.
You have to have them to complete your teams. That's the good thing about Hasbro and collecting Marvel Legends. And that's the main reason I collect them, because you can actually complete all these teams and build your own universe.
Became one of my favorites just reading the New Warriors because they wrote them really well in that series.
I think so. That's a series I'd like to go back and reread. It's been years, but
Night Thrasher has a cummerbund. But yeah, well, because he's gonna have to, Tony, just to redeem himself with me right now. right now he's on the he's in a little bit of timeout. I know, great New Warriors figure, Scotty.
There's a really good Firestar that comes in a 3-pack with classic Iceman and Spider-Man.
I have that one.
I wish I had that. It's expensive.
So somebody I know, he was on Dom. He wanted the Spider-Man. He bought that $80 3-pack, and he gave me Iceman and Firestar out of it. He just wanted the Spider-Man.
Oh wow,
that's awesome. That's a friend.
That's incredible.
I like the ones that have the comic books in them.
Yes, those are really cool.
Yes, Steve went for coffee.
Yeah, see, I just got it. It's the Canadian internet is a problem here.
All right, so that was New Warriors is a great way to begin. You said you're going to start out weak. I think that's a nice, strong beginning. Yeah, I like the obscure stuff. So when I see stuff like Speedball and Night Thrasher, I think it's great.
I definitely wanted to start off. New Warriors are awesome, but I figured with the Speedball that figure is kind of basic. There's not really any cool accessories. It's pretty simple.
And you think they'd have at least some of like the little balls or something, just for something fun to add in.
It didn't come with any effects whatsoever. And I really wish that was the reason that I liked this character, I think, and I was drawn to him as a kid, was because when he bounced around all over the comic book panels, he had those colorful balls, and it looked awesome. It just looked cool.
Comes without balls. Damn.
Yeah, without balls, man. No balls.
Yeah, they neutered Speedballs. No fun.
But yeah, the way he looked in the comic, and it looked awesome when he was bouncing around.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere out there's a cat with the same abilities.
Yeah, I didn't like when they gave him. I didn't like when they did the whole penance thing with him. I thought that was stupid.
Yes, I know.
You take a character that's that much fun and then you put that on him. It's like, no.
Yeah, they made him like, oh man, he was a mess.
Yeah. Because he was always such a breath of fresh air whenever he was in anything.
And I'm glad that they reverted back to the original Speedball again. Because I didn't care for Penance too much.
I don't think anybody did.
I don't see how you could. It was kind of depressing.
Not every character's got to be darker.
Yeah, it was really, really dark story. If you want a dark story, go read the Penance. That Penance, what was it? Civil War? One of the Civil War stories, tie-ins, I think. I remember.
Yeah, I used to have that run. I haven't had that run in years. I do want to get another New Warriors one though. So at some point I will. But all right, nice. Number 2, sir.
Awesome. Okay. Stepping it up a little bit. I got this one recently, and okay. This is going back to my childhood again. Venom and Carnage were new. They were brand new in comic books when I was growing up. And Carnage was my absolute favorite villain. Like, Carnage terrified me. And I never had a really good Carnage character. But recently they did a movie version. But I think it's a really, really good version of Carnage.
Oh, that is really good.
That is awesome.
It came out a couple months ago. And this is the Carnage Deluxe for the Venom. Was it Venom 3, I think? But it's awesome, man. He's holding Ben Reilly right here, but I can take Ben Reilly out of his hands and show you guys. He's got.
Did Ben Reilly come with him?
No, that's separate.
No, that was great the way you set it up, though.
I just had him like being held hostage, but the Carnage is really cool. He's actually really huge. I had him crouched down in this position to kind of hold Ben Reilly, but he's huge. He's really big. First off, but he's got all these like the tentacles,
appendages,
and each one's got like a different weapon on the end.
Yeah, that's the way he rolls.
Really cool. Like just a bunch of like torture devices.
Well, yeah, like when he shows up and he's just like a straight up serial killer.
Yeah, he just like stab through people. Yeah,
that one's a pretty vicious one. That one's like a Billy Club thing, but he's got all these accessories for his arms. But I really like this when he turned his arm into like that
big flat thing.
Yeah,
like a scythe or something.
Yes, I thought that was really cool.
I'll always be partial to Mark Bagley Carnage.
I know, absolutely. Mark Bagley Carnage all the way.
Even though I'm not a symbiote guy, I've had his first appearance like 3-4 times, and I've sold it every time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's I still need Carnage's first appearance in my. I
would have known that, I would have contacted you with one of the times I owned it.
I know that book's getting pricey now. It's really moving up. It used to be a cheap book to get.
It is. It's getting on up there.
Well, I think it's gone back down after the movie came out because the movie wasn't well received.
Because the movie wasn't. Oh, there you go, Marcus Butts.
Yeah, there you go, Marcus. That's for you. But he's actually huge, though. When you put him next to like the standard 6-inch figure, he's massive.
I remember reading in the 90s too, like when Spider-Man realized he had to team up with Venom to stop Carnage, and you're like, oh no.
Carnage was just, I don't know, something about him terrified me as a kid. Cletus Cassidy being a psychopath on his own, and then
the character, the Cletus Cassidy design was good. Just like he looked crazy.
Yes,
it was a good character design.
Yes, yeah, it really was. It freaked me out as a kid, but I really enjoyed this figure. It came with the price tag. This one cost a little bit more, but he had all kinds of.
Look at all those accessories, though.
I know he's well worth it because he's probably every bit of 8 or 9 inches tall compared to your standard 6-inch figure. So
more plastic, more money.
Really nice pinless joints. The cool thing about Hasbro, and some people don't care about pinless joints. I'm really big on pinless joints, and I'll explain to you guys that don't understand what I'm talking about. Okay, when Hasbro first started making Marvel Legends, they would have pins in the arm.
Metal pins through it, yeah.
And most of the time they look okay, but in certain cases they stand out and they just don't look good. They'll be discolored. They won't match. Certain cases they look really bad. I prefer, over the years, they've improved to using pinless joints, and you don't see any of the pins anymore, which is awesome. I love that. And
better aesthetic.
Yeah, I think it just looks all that much better. I think it's a great improvement.
That's a good paint job on that figure too.
It absolutely is. The attention to detail on this is amazing. I don't like a lot of the movie accurate figures. I tend to like the comic. When I'm collecting Marvel Legends for my collection, I try to pick up the comic accurate versions first.
Right, because that's the ones you want.
That's what I want. And if I just absolutely can't find the comic book version, then I'll settle for the MCU version. But with this is actually a movie version. But I really, really like this. Is good enough. I don't need a comic book accurate Carnage in my collection right now. This will do.
It satisfies that itch.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a rare case when the movie figure I'm good with.
Nice, great figure.
Love Carnage. Terrified me as a kid. Did you guys have? Did you guys have a villain that would kind of freak you out as a kid when you read about him?
Really? It's so weird. I've never been that type of person.
You didn't? Okay.
Me, it was Pinhead.
You're talking to a guy that when I was a kid, I watched The Exorcist and it bored me to tears.
I liked horror movies as a kid too, but something about Carnage.
Hellraiser, those Cenobite things, they freaked me out when I was
loved it.
They were cool.
But yeah.
All right, number 3, sir.
Number 3 actually came as part of a 2-pack. And this is the one I'll need you to throw up the picture for the first part of the 2-pack. I was going to get him down. I really wanted to get him down to show you guys in person, but it came in a King in Black 2-pack. And this is the Venom King in Black from the 2-pack. He's mounted to my ceiling basically, so I couldn't take him down to show you guys, but I sent Gary these pictures and he has these massive wings. It's a really amazing figure to see in person. The wingspan's crazy. The attention to detail, much like the Carnage figure I just showed. He's about the same size as the Carnage figure, but the wings make him just absolutely, like when he's hanging from my ceiling, it's really cool to see in
right,
real
that's
life.
A span right there.
Yeah. It's, and that 2-pack is going for a pretty decent chunk of money now. And I'll always have, a lot of people didn't like King in Black. A lot of people didn't like that event.
I loved that event, man. I thought it was fantastic.
I did too.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah. See, I mean, I feel like it was.
Well, it's a good thing you got me on the show there, Gary, because I love
those symbiotes.
I feel like it was kind of split with people. Like some people didn't like it, and some people were totally into it. But when I first got back into comics, that was the big event that was going on when I first came in. So kind of have a soft spot for King in Black. But when I saw that 2-pack and that they had done
freaking awesome. I was going to ask if it was the Dylan was with it.
Oh man, it came
with. Let me make you big again, Scotty.
Okay,
there you are.
With this really cool
character,
and the Necro Sword alone is like really awesome. It looks like it's coming to life itself.
Oh yeah,
man, that is cool.
But
Marvel needs to do something with this character, man. They need to bring Null into the MCU. He would be an awesome villain.
He's better left forgotten.
I'm a big fan of Null. I enjoyed it.
He kicked the shit out of the Avengers. There was hardly anybody left in that event. He went through them like water, man. He killed the X-Men too.
He's got a couple of different head swaps too. So
neat. So how do they pop out?
Yeah, he looks like an old school vampire though.
They just
they just snap right off. Okay.
Yeah, it's like just a little ball.
Okay.
Ball thing.
That's pretty neat.
Strap back on.
See, your buddy agrees with me, Steve.
Well, account for good taste, eh?
Really like this one. This is a pretty tall.
So did he come with different heads, Scotty? Is that why you can snap it off, or that's just a standard feature?
It's a standard feature for most of the figures. Not all figures come with the head swap. They all should, honestly, for what you pay for them. Right. They absolutely should come with hand and head swaps, but unfortunately, they don't always. But
give you a couple different expressions to use at least when you're if you're posing and doing something with it. Especially if you're a toy photographer, you want those options.
I know, definitely, and I love to pose them and take pictures for Instagram and stuff like that. So the different head swaps are awesome. I mean, they're absolutely. When you're paying, like this 2-pack was $80, and right now it's going for well over $100. It's probably up in the hundreds. Well, it's not hundreds, but it's probably well over 100 now.
Right.
But when you're paying that kind of money for figures, you want extra accessories. You expect extra accessories. That's a lot of money for anybody.
do you expect some customization in those?
Yes, absolutely. And so when Hasbro slacks on that sometimes I feel like you don't get your money's worth, but other times I'm good with it though. But,
so the other half of the character, did it come with Mjolnir? Was that part of it too?
Oh no, actually I took that from Donny Cates Thor. The Thor, I have the Thor figure from the Donny Cates run, and I took the hammer out of his hand and just put in Venoms just because I thought it looked cool. It looks impressive. I know that didn't even happen in Kingdom Black. He had like a version of, didn't Mjolnir merge with Silver Surfer's board, or I don't know, something crazy. I know that he didn't actually hold Mjolnir, I don't think, in the in Kingdom Black, but it still looks cool.
It does look cool in his hand, yeah.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Figure bashing is real.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. I mean, if you can put together a figure from other parts, it's awesome. I'm not very good at it, but some people are really good at figure bashing.
All right, number 4, sir.
Number 4, let's see. Which one? Oh, okay.
You're going to have to send me pictures of that Spider-Woman 2-pack so I know what to look for with her.
Oh, okay. Okay. Number 4 is
kind
of a character. I got to show his little minions first. I army build the AIM scientists.
Yeah.
So, can you guess who's coming next?
Yeah, MODOK.
Got the AIM scientists. Had to show MODOK because he's just so different.
Such a ridiculous.
Now that is a great comic accurate MODOK.
It really is. I love this MODOK. The only problem I've ever had with him is if you accidentally bump a shelf, he's top heavy. Other than that, I love the detail. He's got a good face swap. He comes with a different face. The flame comes off the bottom. You can move his hand on the control, and it's just a really cool figure. I enjoy it. And dude, when you pair him with some AIM scientists, it just looks really cool on display.
I was gonna say, you do have to have the AIM scientists. It completes it.
It does. You have to have you got to have one with a gun and like one that's like doing the science thing, doing some research, and
got the clipboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, MODOK's absolutely top heavy. This one he's got some weight. But this was well worth it. I think I traded a bunch of filler issues of comics I had at a comic shop and used credit for MODOK.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Can't go wrong with that.
Just a bunch of junk comics.
Get some 2-sided tape on the bottom of him to hold him in place so he doesn't fall over.
Yeah, I know. But I went to you were talking about you got to go to that con, Steve. I went to a local con here in Chattanooga recently called FarleyCon, and I was so close to picking up his first appearance. I had it in my hand and was getting ready to buy it. And the only reason I didn't get it, it was in a little bit rougher condition than what I wanted, or else I would have picked it up. But that's one of the ones that's on my list. I don't know what it is about these weird villains, but I like.
I was gonna say, like who came up with that design, right? You're just like this guy that floats in a chair, and
so weird. Yeah, it's so unusual.
Tiny little body, big giant head.
Yeah,
right. Or it's like Crane with the turtles, right? Where he's like in that little thing.
Yeah,
And actually, I have well, I'm not gonna grab it right now. I was tempted to run over and grab that, but I love MODOK though. He's such a weird character. What did you guys think? I'm curious to hear your opinions. What did you guys think about his appearance in the MCU? How do you think?
What was he in?
He was in the Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see Quantumania. I didn't see the last one. I got to watch it still.
Oh, okay. I was curious to hear what you guys' thoughts were on the portrayal of MODOK and how they did the character.
And well, Andrews is saying now that is MODOK, not what they had in the movie.
Yeah, what they had in the movie was weird. I mean, they made him kind of look like that too, but I mean, he started off as a normal human being, and then he got
Mark Andrews saying it was horrible.
It was horrible. Yeah, Kang did some weird crap with him.
See,
I
can't
what he looked like in the movie.
That movie yet. Oh, is that him?
That's what he looked like in the movie. This is the Funko Pop of the movie version. So that's what.
Well, no, he had his human face and stuff, but
he did have his human face at some point,
and that was like some kind of armor thing.
And Frog Brawler says that he wasn't a fan of what they did with MODOK.
Yeah, like the movie was okay. I enjoyed it for what it was and everything, but yeah, the MODOK was kind of a goofy part of the movie.
He's never been one of my favorite villains. Like people like MODOK a lot, and they like who's the other one? Mojo. I've never been a big fan of Mojo.
Yeah.
But MODOK I don't mind because he's always got an army with him. MODOK's best when he's teaming up with somebody because he's just absolutely trying to screw everybody over all the time.
Yeah, but they made him into more of a little bitch in this movie, though, because he was more of a wimpy type character and he was subservient to Kang. And
Andrew says that Funko looks better than what was in the movie.
Yeah, it truly is.
Yeah, yeah. I wish we would have saw something more like that, but
yeah.
Well, what'd you think of the TV show?
Oh, the TV show was hilarious. That had me cracking up. They did a really good job.
That was way more adult than I thought it was going to be. That was the jokes in it were pretty good.
It was good. It surprised me because I really didn't think that I was going to like it at first, but it was hilarious. I think it was Patton Oswalt.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's funny to begin with, that dude.
He is. He is such a talented guy. Hilarious.
I haven't watched that show yet.
Check. It was on Hulu.
Okay.
All right, number 5, Scotty.
Number 5. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna like this one, Gary B.
It's gonna be
this
Conan.
Came out recently, also. So this is a new one. I've been wanting a really good, like a John Byrne version of this character forever, and I feel like we we got something pretty close. Finally.
That is fantastic. Look at that.
Yes, look at the color on that, man.
It's amazing. It's
perfect.
Iron Man Retro Wave. It came out about 2 months ago, and it's my favorite She-Hulk figure yet. It poses. You can do all the poses like on the comic.
I'll say that's absolutely perfect.
She looks great. Fantastic.
Get the butts up there for Marcus again. Butts.
Oh, there you go, Marcus. But
you can put it in his show.
Like, for example, here's the TV show.
Oh yeah, the TV show one. Okay.
That's not bad either, though.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not.
That other one's a gold standard. Look at it. That's amazing.
This one's pretty cool. It's Savage She-Hulk.
I like that one a lot.
Travato claws. We got like a bunch of She-Hulk.
The Savage She-Hulk is my favorite She-Hulk. Like I have that original series. I love it so much.
Yeah,
see, this one, that's She-Hulk to me, and I love Jennifer Walters. I love her to death.
The big hair in that one.
And her last 2 10-issue series have been fantastic.
Yes. Oh man, I was so
upset. All character development for all those issues.
I was so upset when I found out that they were canceling it because I'm not kidding you. I literally look forward to the weeks that She-Hulk came out to see what's going to be the new Bartel cover. What's Rainbow Rowell going to write about?
Is one of my favorite artists, and she does not get enough credit. Her She-Hulks are beautiful. Remember that Avengers cover she did with She-Hulk on during the Women's Month? They
were so good. She did.
Jennifer Walters was in that suit. Looked amazing. I bought a couple of them.
And the creative team on that book, they did so much respect to the character.
Absolutely, Brad. If it's a green chick, Kirk approves.
Kirk would approve, yes. The green chicks, yep.
But
the green chicks.
I sing my praises to the creative team of that book because I feel like they did so much good for She-Hulk and her character.
And I loved her and Jack of Hearts together. Was so endearing.
Absolutely.
And one of the most underrated things in those 2 runs was the Fight Club she started.
Yes, I love
it. And it made so much sense, right?
What was it called? Crap. I'm on the spot now, so I can't. It had a funny name. It was a silly name. But it was hilarious. I looked forward to it.
I hated that Jack of Hearts thing, man. I ended up dropping it after that. That was starting to get into too much of a girly book for me, and I said, no, I'm out.
It was that She-Hulk?
Yeah, the She-Hulk out of the comic.
Oh, it was fantastic.
But yeah, I love this.
You've been into Canadian snow too long. Your brain froze.
Yep.
What's weird is when they did this Iron Man retro card wave, on the original retro card wave, it wasn't She-Hulk. She wasn't even part of the original wave. It was Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter, which actually I have the original. I'll show you guys.
Oh,
because I have the Julia Carpenter figure from the 90s Iron Man cartoon.
Look at those beautiful Ghost Machine posters.
Yeah. That's
I have that one.
You have this one?
Yep.
Look at that.
This is what replaced. It would have been this one, but they replaced it with She-Hulk.
I can't feel bad about it. That She-Hulk is one of the most perfect figures I've ever seen, and look how good the hair is too.
Oh, I know, that's incredible. It looks like it could glow in the dark.
The shading's just perfect on everything.
It's slightly radioactive. It's perfect.
The only accessory you got was like a machine gun that had been, it looks like it had been broken over her knee or something. So you don't really get many accessories, but man, I'm not complaining. This was such a
She
good
doesn't
thing.
need accessories. She is the weapon.
You gotta hug it and love it and keep it warm.
And compared, she's the right scale compared to a normal figure. She's much taller, so she's the right scale.
All right, make her kick Night Thrasher's ass.
Yeah. All right, let's get the action going. Gotta have the sound effects to go with it.
But this is
you're right. I love that figure, Scotty. That's amazing.
I knew you would like this one, and this is a character. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. I collect anything She-Hulk. I'm collecting all the volumes. Now that I got most of Dazzler's stuff, I can concentrate a lot more on the She-Hulk stuff, but I have a ton of She-Hulk comics already. But I really enjoy Jennifer Walters so much, especially
she's one of my favorite characters too.
Right.
I wish they would have did a Savage Hulk show instead of like the campy one.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but it had issues.
I
thought Tatiana Maslany was fine as the character. It was the writing on it that wasn't good.
Yeah, no, I liked her. She was cool. I didn't like some of the stuff that went on during the show, but it's all good. I don't think it was aimed for me, to my audience.
Gal Gadot, I mean, you can't put her against anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They have her as the evil queen in a new Sleeping Beauty movie. That mirror's just gonna lie by not saying she's the most beautiful. It's just gonna be a lying-ass mirror. That's all that is. You can't get anyone that's gonna be less beautiful than Gal Gadot.
There you go, Vinny. Vinny was asking about
beautiful.
The MCU figure.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
it looks good.
I didn't like that they neutered the Hulk though. He was like all small and
and Scar. Scar looked horrible.
Scar looked stupid, and then they I didn't like what they did with Abomination either. Like
the Abomination
that original Hulk movie, they made Abomination look so good, and he was so just
can't win them all.
Nope. Yeah. All right, number 6. Great figure, Scotty. That was amazing.
Yeah, I really like that
one. There you go, dope. We got some Hulk action happening.
This is a 2-for-1 special. These were a part of a 2-pack. And this was actually this Wolverine has been done before, but it's a recolor basically. I'm not even complaining. I'm so happy that they did these because I have the whole Fantastic Four team. So I thought it was so cool when they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The FF ones. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But I
did
thought
they
it
ever
would
do a She-Hulk one too when she was with the FF?
Do what now?
Did they ever do a She-Hulk one with her with the FF too?
Yeah, because she was part of the team, and then the Avengers.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if they have or not, to be honest.
Because I loved when she was part of the team.
But these are so cool though. This was
gold and blue
X-Force Wolverine, and they just did like a repaint on the X-Force Wolverine.
I'm not even mad black and silver.
Right. But I'm not even mad at that though, because I just think it's so cool that they did where I can throw him on the shelf over here with the Fantastic Four. He fits right in, or you can do the new Fantastic Four and have an all new version with throw a Hulk in there and throw a Ghost Rider in there and have an all new Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. Did they ever do the Fantastic Force too when they had the white outfits? Those are sweet.
I don't know.
I always thought those white outfits looked sharp.
That would have been cool. But this was I think like $50 for the 2-pack, and there weren't very many accessories. But I'm just glad that they did a Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four suit. Other than Bombastic Bagman? They did do a Bombastic Bagman, which I don't have. But I'm really glad they did the Spider-Man like this because that's really cool.
Right. And just a lot of alternative costumes don't work. Those look great.
Benny says they haven't made the white ones.
But the Spider-Man's probably a reuse too. But what do you say? Hasbro?
But they haven't made the Fantastic Four ones.
They didn't make the white ones.
Okay. Yeah, Vinny's a big toy collector.
I'm sorry, not the Future Foundation costumes is what I should say.
I have Turg and I have both of the kids. But you're talking about the Future Foundation in the white and black.
Yeah, Fantastic Force was a different thing. I meant Future Foundation.
I think I have Spider-Man in one of those. Hold on, I think it was these suits. It was
right. No. His they were all white though.
Okay.
When it first came out, the whole suit, everyone's suit was completely white with just the emblem was in color.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of the.
But that's a great suit too.
I was thinking of the kids, the group that the kids had, and they had Turg and I don't know. It was one of the kid teams, not Power Pack though. But Future Foundation. No, never mind. Anyway,
all right, number 6.
Blank part. Let's see.
Okay, I had it too. I was calling it the wrong thing at first. Getting old sucks.
Yes, absolutely.
Not the age, it's the mileage.
Now, okay, I'm a big toy hunter. I enjoy going. That's one of the things that I enjoy doing is going out hunting. If I'm not at work and I'm not with my girlfriend or I'm not with a friend or something, my son, I'm on the hunt. That's what I do when I don't have to work. And so I'm either digging in bins or I'm out toy hunting at a retail store somewhere or antique mall. That's what I enjoy doing on my own in my time. And this was on my list of goal toys that I was hoping to score at Ollie's. And I actually scored him a couple months back. And I'm so happy that I was able to find him for $20 at Ollie's. Because this Super Adaptoid, for one, he's huge. He's a foot tall. But he was selling for like $60 at games, more than $60 when he first came out. And I was able to find him at Ollie's for $20 a couple of weeks ago.
That's perfect. Wow.
But I have his first appearance in comics. And so put this right next to pair it with the comic book and display it on a shelf, it looks really awesome.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, people do that with their statues and stuff too, but that's cool with the toys too.
Yeah. And it's got the green shield, a really big shield. He's got
Milner
green version. Because he's like has all the Avengers powers. He's the Super Adaptoid.
But that is cool. That is huge.
Like the Marvel version of the Green Lantern.
Now that would be cool to have a setup with like him there and all the Avengers around him.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely. You could absolutely do an awesome fight scene. But this guy's huge though. Like Spider-Man's a 6-inch standard figure. He's not even coming up to his waist.
Yeah,
right. He's like Sentinel size.
Yeah, he's massive. This guy's massive. So that was one of my big goals. Like I didn't meet my Ross goal. I didn't find the 5-pack at Ross that I was on the hunt for, but I found this guy. I found a bunch of other 2-packs. I found an X-Men 3-pack with Jubilee, Forge, and Storm in the X-Men suits. I found that one for $25. But I've had some really good scores this summer, and this was one of my favorites because I don't know. I like the weird characters.
Nothing wrong with the weird characters, and it's a patience game too.
You find them at a discount in certain places, right? You feel like you're like, yes.
Absolutely. It's the thrill of the hunt. And
going to the thrift stores, hitting the flea markets, man.
And I'll do that too. Like I don't get a lot of time to myself, but when I do, I'll just go someplace and just look around
and just see what you can find.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, I enjoy it. And this character has actually came back in comics, sort of in a small way. In the if you're reading the Spider Boy run, there's a character by the name of Toy Soldier, and he actually is a limb of the original Super Adaptoid that took on its own. I don't know. Somehow he took on a life of his own. Yeah. And he calls himself Toy Soldier. He has all the abilities of Super Adaptoid, which is the Avenger abilities. Only he's about the size of his boot, probably. So he's just on a smaller scale. But he kind of came back in comics recently. And I don't know. I just think he's kind of cool. He's really weird looking. He's a mesh of all the Avengers.
Yeah, but those are neat.
Yeah, it's neat. It's awesome.
So is Ollie's like it's a thrift store, right? Where they get like donations and stuff?
It's a discount store.
Yes.
Or okay.
So it's after things have gone to the market at first. Then once the stores get rid of them, they go to Aldi's.
Okay, so it's like a liquidation place,
right?
Absolutely, they're liquidating all this old stuff.
And a lot of times you can get like Marvel Legends
then.
Figures there for like $9 a figure and get them way cheaper than the $35-$40 they're charging.
I see people getting trades and omnibuses and stuff from them too.
They do, but I don't like they'll put the sticker right on the damn book itself, which pisses me off.
Yeah, you got to put a little heat to it or some Goo Gone or something.
Oh, it's one of those shit stickers that's really nasty to get off.
Yeah.
They're bad. Yeah, they are bad. But I won't complain though, because like there's 2 Ollies here in Chattanooga, and I'm fortunate enough the really good Ollie's, the one that gets all the good stuff, is closest to me. Perfect. So man, they've been on fire this summer. I've been picking up all kind of 2-packs and So if you're a toy collector and there's an Ollie's nearby, I highly recommend checking it out.
Oh yeah, you get them at a discount price, so why the hell not, right? So it
A
makes it
third of the
affordable.
price. Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we had
absolutely.
She-Hulk, we had Super Adaptoid, and now we're on number 7.
Number 7. I said earlier that I did not like MCU versions of characters, but I think this one's impressive. And this is a Build-A-Figure. I probably should explain what a Build-A-Figure is to anybody watching.
What is a Build-A-Figure?
A Build-A-Figure. Basically, these action figures are released in waves. Okay, say like this Night Thrasher. He was one of 6 figures that came out in a wave, just random Marvel characters. If you pick up 5 of the 6 figures in the wave, will have a piece of another figure in the pack.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you buy
Just
5,
assemble them all after.
yes, if you
Right.
buy those
But
5,
it's a way to get you to buy all 5.
Yeah.
absolutely. One of them won't for some reason. There's always a 6th figure in the wave that has no Build-A-Figure piece, and it's really just it's usually a really cool figure that they don't need to include
to entice you to buy.
in. Yes, yes, but they'll entice you to buy a lot of the figures with Build-A-Figure pieces. This was a figure that I was able to complete with Build-A-Figure.
Oh, wow.
And this is so impressive. I really like it's Khonshu.
It's Khonshu.
Right on, Moon Knight God.
That is an amazing Build-A-Figure.
But he looks so good. He looks really good on the shelf. I was so happy when I...
And, I like that series. People bitched about it. I thought it was good.
It was fantastic. I loved it. I
too.
thought Mark Spector was awesome in that series.
How many figures did you have to buy to get all the pieces for this thing?
5. I had to buy 5 in a
So
wave.
5.
And some of them I was able to find at Ollie's. So,
Okay.
but this
that is probably one of the best Build-A-Figures I've seen. That looks amazing.
yeah, because some are better than others. Some are not that impressive at all.
And that mask alone is incredible.
Yeah, very accurate.
And then the thing about
great.
it's 2 of the figures that you had to buy were, one was Moon Knight and the other was Mr. Knight. So you have those 2 to display with him.
And of course,
So
Jed McKay's doing Moon Knight, so you know it's good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But I love the show. I haven't read a whole lot of the old Moon Knight
I might
comics.
have to watch the show over again now. Now you're making me want to see it again.
There
Are
you
they
go
doing
on the
a
bucket
season
list.
2?
I think so.
I thought I heard something
I
about
don't know,
a
every
season
time
2.
because people say, "Oh no, this got canceled, that got canceled," but they said Agatha All Along got canceled, and that's coming out.
Let's see.
And I thought
Can't
that
trust
trailer was good too.
You can't trust it.
Show you guys to scale with the regular. We'll show you Ben Riley. He's just a regular 6
Hey,
inch.
he's a god. He should be taller.
Yeah, absolutely. He should be. But he stands pretty tall. It's got the, I don't know what you call his weapon, but that's pretty cool. It's detailed. Got some nice
like the
detail
half
on it.
moon sickle. I don't know.
I guess so, yeah. But he looks awesome. He looks great on his shelf. You display Moon Knight and Mr. Knight like kind of kneeling down in front of him on a shelf.
And
Looks
when he
awesome.
showed up in the series, he looked awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when I see him show up in a series, I always know that it's on because something's about to go down because he's going to have, Moon Knight. That's his fist. That's his fist of Khonshu. So, shit's about to hit the fan if Khonshu shows up. But I love him. Really cool character.
It is cool.
Did they ever make a Scarlet Scarab from the series?
Not that I know of. That would be cool, though.
How tall is that one compared to the 6-inch figure?
Let's see. This one, I would guess, is probably about 9 inches. And I know that's what she said before anybody else says that. Probably about 9 inches.
That mask is so good on it.
It is. That's
Looks great.
freaking amazing. And it almost looks like the one where it's hovering too by itself because that's the way he's portrayed.
Yeah, it's the piece that Build-A-Figure arm fell off, but you can see his neck. It's got like a clear plastic piece.
The head's supposed to be like hovering there because he's a god, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I like that you pointed that out. That's really cool detail that they probably didn't have to add, but that they thought to add. Makes it look like his head's hovering.
Right, like they gave a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, they don't with a lot of Build-A-Figures. There are some that are horrible, man. I could grab one off of Builders. I could grab 1 or 2 off the shelf here. You're like, man, I can't believe you bought 5 figures to build that little piece of crap. But some of them are bad. Some are really bad. But
even if you have a bad Build-A-Figure, you at least got the regular figure, so it's not,
And it's another character. It's usually a character that you want, like Cosmo the dog from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not a great Build-A-Figure, but he looks really good with the rest of the Guardians. So I am glad that I have him, even though he's not a spectacular build.
I got a Nebula. It's a Legends, and I think it's got one of these little pieces in it too.
It came with the Cosmo Build-A-Figure. Yeah, that's not the greatest
that's
Build-A-Figure, but he looks cool and he goes good with the rest of the Guardians. So I mean, it's good to have him.
All right, number 8.
Number 8. All right, who was asking about Hulk earlier?
Dope. Get on here, Dope. What's going on?
Still here.
I don't know.
This came in a 2-pack, and okay, when I started collecting these Marvel Legends, I probably picked up 100 or so before I ever bought a Hulk figure. To actually hold a Marvel Legends Hulk figure in your hand, dude, they're massive. It's hard to. It's not like holding any other toy.
Right.
Like, it's really impressive.
They are big. I got a couple of them upstairs.
But I'm so tickled. I was tickled to death when I got this gray Hulk.
Oh, wow.
Banner 2-pack.
Yeah. So
I like the torn shirt on him too.
Yeah, that's the one from the book, right? From the first issue. That's it. That's the pose right there.
Yep.
That is incredible.
That comes off. This guy, he's got all these extra. He's like got
fully articulation.
Articulation in the shoulders, and you can do all kinds of stuff. But he's just incredible.
Hulk smash.
It's really incredible to see in person. So much cool stuff you can do with this guy. I've used him in so many shorts and stuff. But
yeah, they have some of those electronically
incredible.
Too. I have one that's got the voice in it too. That you move him and then he talks.
Nice.
And I like how they have his old eyebrow too.
Yep. And he came with a head swap as well. I just like this angry.
Well, that's the way Hulk is, right? Angry.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't want a happy Hulk.
Well, unless he's around Spider-Woman, then she uses her pheromones and he makes her a sandwich.
He's got like those butterfly shoulder joints where you can really like pose him different ways.
Well, yeah, when he's jumping.
I mean, you can just really do some fantastic poses with this guy. This was just a throw-in.
But still, you want Bruce Banner.
Yeah, it's cool to have Bruce Banner. It's cool to have some scientists, but Bruce Banner, not a whole lot to him. Just a scientist.
But that, like having them both, that's like great to pose in front of like a Hulk 1 facsimile or something.
Absolutely, yeah. You throw this on him, and he's wearing the jeans.
Yeah, because I think Dope has that one too, and he displays it with his Hulk 1.
And I actually, I recently found Joe Fixit at Ollie's as well, and Joe Fixit pretty. Yeah, Joe Fixit. That one was pretty cool. But I like
tuxedo.
Did they ever do a Maestro one?
I'm pretty sure they did do a Maestro. I would love to have a Maestro figure.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one. That was a good series too.
I have his first appearance, that embossed, the embossed cover. Can't remember the name of the book. It was an Incredible Hulk, 1 of 2. It was a 2-issue series. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah, man, I don't know. Just something about having a Hulk. If you're gonna collect a Marvel Legends collection, you have to have a Hulk. Get a Hulk.
And it's always a hunk of plastic too.
Yes, it's just a massive hunk of plastic. He just feels good in your hands.
It's got some weight to it.
Yeah, he really does. It looks good on a shelf. With like, you can't have a good Marvel collection without Hulk. Got to have a good Hulk.
He's a staple.
Yes,
and amazing for a failed comic book and how iconic he is now.
Put the John Byrne She-Hulk next to him.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
There you go.
Yeah, they scale pretty well. Yeah. And I'll grab the Joe Fixit's not too far out of the way. I'll grab it.
Yeah, I like the Joe Fixit with the white tuxedo thing. And actually, he'd be good with next to Patch. So if you had Patch also in the white tuxedo and the two of them sitting side by side, you recreate that book.
Now, I'm going to let you down.
Always in that suit. Always in the Tommy gun and all that.
Yeah, it's not the white suit, but it is Joe Fixit, though.
But that's still good, the pinstripe suit.
Cool. I like that one, too. Yeah, the whole gangster thing with, the casinos.
Like the one guy who doesn't need guns.
Yeah. They probably made like an ultra big one for him, too, because, the Tommy guns aren't that big.
This was another Ollie's find. So if you guys have an Ollie's in your area, check your local Ollie's. This is a recent Ollie's find.
Now we have one up here. We had a liquidation world that was basically the same kind of idea.
Jeez, that's awesome. I love checking those kind of stores.
Oh yeah, my wife finds stuff all the time. Every time I go in there, she's always finding cool stuff.
Awesome. Now, before we get to number 9, I mean, you're definitely an out of the box collector.
Yes, I like
to. You like to get your hands on the toys.
Yeah, yes. Right.
I make content with them too. Yeah.
Right. Well, and Dom's like that too, who I had on last time. It takes them out. They got to come out.
Yeah. Take them out of their prisons.
I like to have fun with them. I like to make shorts and pose them with comic books and all kinds of stuff. Nice.
All right, number 9, sir.
Number 9.
Right, so, so far the Hulks have been my favorite. The She-Hulk and the Hulk.
Oh, awesome. Let's see. Okay.
Khonshu's pretty damn good too.
Yeah, well, Khonshu was really good, and so was Null.
Your favorite. This might give your favorite a challenge.
I feel a Dazzler coming on.
Oh.
Got a little combo here.
Right? From the cover.
Got Angel. Yeah, this is actually the cover of Dazzler. What was it? Dazzler 20 or 21?
Something like that. Or maybe even 17. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the kissing cover, and then Dr. Octopus was below them.
But I wanted to bring out Angel with Dazzler in his arms, but this is a spectacular figure.
It is. That's the Champion's Angel. That's great.
Yeah.
I just love it. The wings.
Oh, wow. The wings do the folding thing. That is neat.
Yeah, they fold up. But spectacular. This one costs a little more. It's a deluxe figure, obviously, but
that's worth it. Look at that sucker.
Oh man, the technology.
The posability alone is amazing.
The wingspan is pretty impressive, and you can do those killer poses. Like, okay, I had him hanging from my ceiling before I took him down, holding Dazzler in his hands, and it stayed up there the whole time. And
wow.
The Apocalypse version of him would be wicked too, with the metal wings and all the blades and shit in it. That'd be cool.
I want that one, yeah.
And that's one of my favorite covers of the Dazzler series too, the one with her and Angel on it.
There's a close up.
Nice. Look at the sculpt on it. It's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Detailed. That's really good for just a plastic figure.
Warren
Worthington. Yep. There you go, Marcus. You get a little back view.
More butts.
But the wings are super impressive. I knew when he went up for pre-order, I actually pre-ordered this one through my LCS. Every now and then he'll get me an action figure. Sometimes, I don't know, he's not the greatest at ordering action figures, but sometimes he'll get me.
See, my LCS, they're a distributor for it, so they get a bunch in.
Oh, that's perfect.
Sweet. He's sometimes he'll get a wild hair up his butt and decide he wants to order some. But other times he'll go months and not pick any up and just concentrate on comics. But I just threw Dazzler in there for a bonus because me and Gary B love some Dazzler.
And that's an old figure.
Yep. I also have the 90s version with the short.
You got
hair.
the mic that goes with her?
No, I'm actually missing the mic. That's the only accessory I've lost from any of my Marvel Legends. That's the only accessory out of all my figures I'm missing, and it had to be Dazzler's mic.
eBay $59.95.
Well, I actually bought a new figure today.
That's why I don't have her, Steve, because that figure's gone up in price.
And then trying to find the accessories, they're not cheap a lot of times. Well, you probably 3D print it instead.
I bought a figure earlier that came with a microphone, so I can just borrow it.
There you go.
Repurpose it.
There we go. Mint in box, perfect.
Man, that
number 10.
That's just a figure that I look at constantly. That
it is. The wings are great.
Yeah. I like how they articulate. That is the neatest part about that. I had no idea it would do something like that.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the figures in my collection that I just enjoy looking at. I'll sit here. My figures are to the right of me, all hanging from the ceiling and stuff and on shelves. And I just enjoy sitting here sometimes just looking at them.
And I love the Champion series. And I always felt bad because Warren, he was trying to hold that team together so bad through that whole series.
The Champion series, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I'm one short, so I have to grab one sporadically really quick. What do you guys want to see? What's a character that you guys want to see that I might have? Because I'm one short.
Yeah, you
got a Punisher?
I don't have I have a Punisher Frank Castle Iron Man armor.
You have a Psylocke?
I don't have Psylocke.
No. Storm.
X-23?
Ooh, I have
X-23.
2 Storms and I have one X-23.
Well, give me the Laura Kinney.
Let's see the Laura. We'll see the Laura Kinney.
Yep. Yeah. Bring on the X-23.
All right.
Oh man, I love that poster.
We got some X-Force.
Oh, X-23. That's a great one too from the book. Yeah, nice.
Really cool. And I actually have the X-Force Wolverine to go with her, so they pose pretty good together.
They got the claws coming out of the foot too, the one claw?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
I wish they did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they should have had the one coming out of the toe.
And I really hope they give her own movie as X-23. They just need to.
Now that they brought her in the movies twice.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Come on. Storm. Nice.
Storm. She was part of the 3-pack that I found at Ollie's for $25.
Not my favorite costume of hers, though. I think my
favorite,
I think, is the old white one.
Let's see. I got you. Hold on.
That and the black one with the mohawk too.
Yeah, the black with the white mohawk. That looks wicked. But man, that X-23 is pretty good. They just need the toe claw on that one.
This is a new one. Exactly. This one's a really good one. I feel like they did Storm a lot of justice with this animated.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
I like the X symbols on the shoulders. Yeah, that's really
good.
And
when that new X-Men 97 came out, and that first scene where the guy looks up behind the person and you see the storm brewing, you're like, oh my gosh, storm's coming! You get so excited.
Oh man! And when her powers get taken away, it's so devastating. That was a great series.
Yeah, nobody keeps Storm down for long.
No way.
Absolutely not. But
nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody.
Right? We got a couple of the offenders from that story as well. This is the guy that shot her using.
Using that weapon.
The forged tech.
Yeah.
That he stole from this guy.
Yep.
Right.
Or no, not that he stole from this guy. That this guy developed. He didn't steal.
Right.
So. There's a couple of bonus ones for you since I forgot my number 10 pick.
The Travato clause, call it. So That's what we call it.
So, your personal story one.
Personal story. Okay.
You just want to sit and play with this stuff now.
All right. When I was a kid, we all have our go-to action figures. The ones that the very first ones we go to in the toy box.
Yep.
Right.
For me, it was a figure that my best friend Emery gave me when I was a kid. It was missing the tail. The tail had been bitten off by his dog. So I never actually had I never actually had the complete figure. When I got it, it was already mangled. But I loved it though. My favorite, very number one go-to figure ever when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Nightcrawler. I loved this toy so much as a kid. I played with it every day. I actually found this on card, and this is one of the few toys I will never open, because it's straight out of my childhood. This is that toy, the original.
And I love the box art on that too.
I know. Great box
art. The one that you had, did it have the sword and everything too?
It was missing everything. It was missing the suction cups. It was missing the sword.
So it just had the figure and it was chewed up.
Yeah, and it was chewed all to hell, but it was from my best friend. It was Nightcrawler. I loved Nightcrawler.
Yeah, amazing. And still one of the best movie intros ever.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
That intro in X2 when you're in the theater,
and
BAMF, you get the BAMFs, you're like, oh my gosh, you get all excited.
But see, they did that. Recently they redid Nightcrawler, and I
always loved his suit too. His costume's amazing.
Man, this version looks great. I'm so glad to have a new version to add with my new Marvel Legends. So when they said that they were going to do this in Wave 2 and do Nightcrawler, I had high hopes that they would make him look really good and somewhat similar to the old one. And they do. They look somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Just a bigger scale.
Follow the template,
It's an updated version of my very favorite toy from my childhood, probably.
How awesome is that?
I love this toy. Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of playtime that I probably played with Nightcrawler when I was a kid. Just something about him. I used to read his abilities off of comic cards, and I just thought it was really cool how he could jump like so many miles in just one leap, and how he could just bamf and go through the whatever dark dimension he goes through and teleport somewhere else. And I just thought it was crazy, man. And the sword, when he would fight with the sword.
Yeah, he was like a swashbuckler, right?
Absolutely.
Like a pirate.
It was
so they even did a mini series of him like a swashbuckler.
Yeah, they did. It was really cool.
The Uncanny Spider-Man series was awesome, where he was parading around in a Spider-Man costume.
Really?
Oh yeah,
it was great.
That's a cool costume too, though.
It was really good. I enjoyed Uncanny Spider-Man. That was fun. But man, this is definitely my sentimental pick. I love this. Love this one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we all have them.
Straight out of my childhood. Oh, and see, I don't know how well you guys can see the back. Check out. This is a blast from the past.
Oh, it's got all the figures. Oh man,
Do you guys have any of these? I used to have Forearm and Cable and Strife.
Yeah, Doc Ock.
I got like some of the Iron Man ones. I don't think I have any of the X-Men.
Is there the Juggernaut, or they got the villains in there too?
Yeah, it's a blast from the past for you.
Plus, they had these weird, like remember the She-Force ones where they made them all weird?
There's a Dazzler on rollerblades in that one that I gotta get.
I got the She-Hulk one. That one, the hair looks horrible, but it's hilarious.
They're so bad, but I gotta get it because I'm a completionist, so I have to have. That's the only
even
Dazzler.
The hair on Wolfsbane is just insane.
They recently redid Wolfsbane. I added her to my Marvel Legends recently.
Dude,
Iceman,
my favorite member of X-Force.
Hold on, I'll show you.
Frog Brawler's asking if Iceman is hard to find.
I don't know. I've never seen him, so maybe.
I don't have a good classic Iceman. I have an Age of Apocalypse Iceman.
Oh wow, that one's pretty wild. Translucent blue.
He's crazy, but here you go. That's somewhat new.
That's really good.
But people are able to complete their original X Factor teams finally, because that was the one missing figure from the team that people needed to make an X Factor team.
Wow.
So you can complete your X Factor teams now.
And I always thought she didn't get enough love. Like Wolfsbane, but I'm a werewolf guy, so like when she appeared in the comics, I loved it. I'm like, oh, she's kind of a werewolf.
But
awesome. Yeah, she's really cool. I like her.
More butts.
I want to see a team up book with her and Tigra.
That would be
that'd be cool. Get all the animals.
No, I don't have her, but I wish I did though. Really cool character.
I know Tigra is great too.
Yep, absolutely.
Cross over with DC and get Cheetah involved.
All right, so I guess now we are to your spec pick, sir.
Spec.
You have a spec figure?
Well,
what's the next one that everyone's gonna want?
The ones that I picked I picked a team of figures that I thought was kind of overlooked, and I thought like in the long run it's going to be a team that people are going to want on their shelf.
Right.
And they came, 4 of the members came in 2 packs. Oh. And then one came later by herself to form the whole team, but it's a little bit of an obscure team. Feel like they're a little bit overlooked, and I think it's going to be a team that people are going to be wanting down the road for their collections, and they're going to be a little harder to find. I could be wrong, but
A-Force?
I decided to, for my last pick, cheat and show off the Squadron Supreme.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. And you put like a whole diorama together.
Blur, Whizzer. I don't know if whatever you want to call him, Blur, Whizzer. I think he goes by both. But he's the speedster.
Nice.
The Flash, right?
Then you got Night Watch.
Yeah, Night Watch is cool. I love his
costume. Nighthawk. I'm sorry, Nighthawk.
Oh yeah,
he's like the Batman.
I know who you meant. Night Watch was the Spawn ripoff Marvel tried to do.
Yeah. But those two, I like him a lot. He's currently in Marvel. He is chasing after the Death Stone. He is after I can't remember the name of the guy who was in possession of the Death Stone, but this guy's hot on his heels in Marvel.
And I liked him in the last Heroes Reborn storyline. I don't think people gave that one enough.
Yeah, Heroes Reborn was
fantastic.
I loved it.
I enjoyed that.
Speaking of a fantastic story from Heroes Reborn, Dr. Spectrum's story.
Wow.
Or his issue in that was really cool. But
that is a cool figure. They nailed those rings around his hands.
Oh yeah, and he's got the little what is it? I can't remember the thing that gives him power, but he's holding it in his hand. The gem.
Yep, some kind of stone.
But I really he's simple, but he looks really cool though.
Nah, he's great.
Those primary
chest articulates too. It looks like that middle part moves, eh?
Well, that way he can bend.
Yeah, he's got the ab crunch. They call it an ab crunch.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, you can move him forward and back, but that's him. Then we got Power Princess. She was the last one that came out.
I like that character.
I did not know they made a Power Princess figure. Damn.
Yes, she's awesome. She looks so good. This is the last one they came out with. This was to complete the team. The fifth
Wonder
Woman.
Woman. Oh wait, no, wrong one.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But she looks great though.
Oh,
She does.
I mean, right down to the sword. The sword looks really good. The shield.
Yeah.
Marcus. Here you go.
Right, got to get the booty shot in.
And then to finish off the team, my very favorite. This guy looks amazing hanging from my ceiling, and I got him hanging just like this.
Yeah.
Hyperion.
Nice.
I love this figure. Something about him he looks really impressive hanging from floral wire from the ceiling. This guy is a beast. Really, really cool.
Yeah, the face sculpt on him is pretty cool.
You know what I'd like to see now? I'd like to see a Tiger Division team. I want a White Fox figure really bad.
Yeah, a Tiger Division would be amazing.
What's
That'd
the guy
cool,
with the
too.
Korean symbol on his chest? That would be cool to see him too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Hyperion, man, one punching Galactus in that Heroes Reborn. That was pretty awesome.
Ow!
I don't know that would really happen, but
look at Joe being a hater in here.
Superman wannabe.
I'm a Marvel guy, so I'm
Right.
Hyperion all the way. But yeah, I think Squadron Supreme is going to be one of those teams that people are going to want on their shelf on down the line. And because of...
Especially that Power Princess.
I think these two came in a 2-pack together.
Oh, nice.
And then these two, the only way you could get them in is in a 2-pack together. And then this one came much later. So I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling that people are going to want a Squadron Supreme on their shelves eventually.
Right. And especially since it's probably wasn't the most made pack of figures, those. So
probably not. Honestly, I couldn't imagine Hasbro would make a lot of the 2-packs. I wouldn't think that they would anticipate a lot of sales for Squadron Supreme. But I just think they're cool, man. And one of my goal books to get are some of the original Squadron Supreme keys. I just think it's a cool team. I love Hyperion. I like it. I like all of them. Honestly, they're all really cool.
They are. It's just, I know, I almost said Nightwatch again. Nighthawk, I always thought was an underrated character that they don't use enough.
He's so smart, man. He's just, he's super intelligent.
A cool costume design.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen if he gets his hands on the Death Stone.
And I always wanted to see him teamed up with Black Knight for some reason. I just think their costumes would look great together.
I recently picked up a 2-pack at Ollie's. It was a Black Knight and the comic book accurate Cersei from Eternals. I got those right here. I'll show you real quick. I know I'm
bonus figures.
I know I'm cheating, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
But we got Black Knight right here.
Oh wow, that's good. I like that.
That's cool. And then this is the comic book accurate Cersei, which is way better than the movie one.
Oh yeah, nice.
Big time. Not the Angelina Jolie one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's here you go. There's your team. There's your team up right there, Gary B.
He's got the team up.
Got the team.
Hey, man,
it's great too. I love that 4-issue miniseries they had with Dane too. That Black Knight miniseries they did with him was really cool.
I really liked it, and it I really like that series a lot.
It's older, but I have it here. It was a fun read, and that thing shot up too, for a little bit. First issue.
Didn't his daughter take the sword or something at some point, or I don't know. I remember something happened in issue 4 or 5 that made it a small key. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, number 1 was because I think it was like the first Dane Whitman solo series or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, but his daughter, it was now I'm gonna have to read it again. I know right where it is too. I got it over here to the left. So I love going back and rereading my Bronze Age books. So,
and dude, this is totally off the subject, but I picked this up today. I'll show you guys. This is another one of those go-tos from my childhood that I'm just so glad I picked this up today.
What is it?
Oh, cool.
This is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And this is Mondo Gecko.
Oh, okay.
This is based on him in Archie comics. This is the Archie version of Mondo. But that's another one of my go-to characters. He was my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character. He was one of the first ones I'd grab out of the toy box. But I just thought I'd throw him in there and show you guys because I grabbed him today. Super glad to have him as well. But off subject, but bonus material.
Right. Hey, we like bonuses here. Those are great. Like some figures I didn't even know they made. Like that Power Princess has me flabbergasted. It's amazing.
$25, I think, for just the single pack for her.
Nice.
Yeah, it's worth it. She's nice. She's really nice.
I'm gonna look her up on eBay.
I'd put her up right next to Wonder Woman. Have the two of them beside each other fighting.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, she looks really good. I don't have her in the best pose.
$60.
Buying it.
Oh no, they have one for $25. Buy it
there
now.
You go. Buying it. Putting it in cart, credit card, and sold.
Yeah, that's
Friday.
That's cool though.
It's really nice. I think
One
people
day.
overlook.
I'm glad I'm not an action figure buyer because that's just that's a whole other. I pick them up here and there when I get them cheap, but
it's a lot of money. It gets expensive. I have to budget myself. When I have a week where I pick up a few action figures, I have to slack in other areas to balance. It's all about balance. Can't overdo it.
That's right.
Yep. Ooh, Power Princess. All right, ramen this week.
Yeah.
Like we'll pay the hydro bill next month. That's fine.
Exactly. Well, for one thing, I don't drink or I don't do anything crazy, so I'm saving money there. But like I cut down on going out to eat or something once a week, and then I can
cut out the McDonald's. You're good.
Yeah.
All right. So great figure, Scotty. Great show.
That was awesome, man.
Let's we'll go around the horn here. See what. Oh, hey Joe, you're just coming in at the end, buddy. Let's see what everyone's got coming up. And Steve, plug yours first, buddy. I know you got the show coming up with Joe on Friday.
Yep. Tomorrow I'll probably be hanging out with Trav the Shipping Guru on his channel.
Yes.
I'll be doing my Voices Choices. I'll drop all the books that I pick up tomorrow. And and then Friday we'll be hanging out with Joe on his channel, Anachronic Comics, on 8 o'clock. And we'll be talking Fan Expo, and I'll be talking Ghost Machine, baby. Yeah. Ghost Machine, talking to the panel, meeting Jeff Johns and all the crew and how cool they were and how extra nice they were to Mark. God, the guy's got like charisma or something. So,
Right.
Thanks for letting me be your wingman again, Gary.
Absolutely. And then for me, in 2 days' time, we got Stu coming up. Oh, I know. That's amazing.
So cool.
So Stu from Dr. Doom's Fan Club will be here on Thursday. Then next week, we have Steve from Hip Hop. I'm going to mess it up. Hip Hop is me. But Steve will be here. And also, oh my gosh, I just messed up my calendar.
So the two Steves will be on next week. That's awesome. The two Steves. Two of us.
26. What am I doing? August, and then
tomorrow I'll be in September. Next week. September.
Yes, and then we have Hip Hop Steve, and then we have Zach's Collections coming on to do a card show on Thursday.
Oh, a card show.
Oh, nice. He's cool.
So yeah, Zach's great. He's local here to me. We still haven't ran into each other yet.
Oh wow, maybe someday.
And now, Scotty, what's coming up with you, sir?
Okay, tomorrow, every Wednesday, I've got this series that I started about 3 weeks ago, and it's doing pretty well. And I've enjoyed doing it. Most of all, I've learned a lot. But it's called Adult Erotica in Comic Books. I look at a different adult erotic comic book every week, an underground comic. This week, tomorrow at 11 a.m., I'll be dropping a video about Robert Crumb and Fritz the Cat. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I also do Comic Book Addicts every Monday evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, where I have different collectors from the community. Awesome.
That's not a comic, though.
Different artists, different writers.
Beautiful work, though.
We're not doing a show this Monday, so we're taking the week off because I think it's like Labor Day, I guess.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. So we're taking the week off this week, but the Monday after that, I'll have Jason Douglas. We're going to be talking about some Jane American, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Jason's cool, so I know you've hung out with Jason, so
Jason was the first live guest I ever had on my channel.
Oh, awesome! He's such a cool dude. I can't wait to talk to him again and see what's going on.
Kicked off my In the Hot Seat when I started that show. He was my first guest.
Oh, cool. It's a great first guest. Great way to start the show. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. So we're off this Monday, but we'll be back the next Monday. And then new video tomorrow. New video.
All right, so check that out. And don't forget to go back to his last Monday video and check out Stu, Dr. Doom's Fan Club, on that interview.
Stu's awesome. We had so much fun.
Stu's a great dude. It was so much fun meeting him. I instantly loved the dude.
And yeah, me and him had so much fun. We were born the same year. He was born just a few months after me, but we got a lot in common. We got along really good. I think we're going to collab some in the future. So you guys may see some stuff from me and Stu real soon.
Nice. I'll look forward to that for sure. All right. And of course, no show's complete without thanking the chat. We had a great chat tonight. Thank you guys for being so active and supporting. And you got Wellbore saying great stuff, Scotty.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And thank you everyone who showed up tonight and participated and was part of the chat. Make sure you're following these guys. Their links are in the description below. I love that I can do these different kind of shows with this format where we can do action figures and stuff like that.
Me too.
But great stuff. And as we like to end this thing, we are just going to say, keep it casual.